Here we are, another Friday night, and man, it is muggy AF. It is the Rock and Roll Happy Hour on Alt 94.9. Of course, Ken doesn't have to worry about that. It's Jeremy, along with our San Diego indie beer evangelist, Ken Wright, who's quite literally phoning it in from his pool in his backyard. I am so envious of you right now, my friend. So envious.
Yeah,
Looks like he drowned.
I've got the card at the other end of the pool right now.
You got what at the other end of the pool?
I got the Kardashians floating around at the other end of the pool.
Oh, is that what that crocodile was?
Yeah.
Get them to sign a release so they can get on camera.
No, we don't do that around here. That voice you hear is our guest of honor tonight from Amplified Aleworks. Jeff has joined us from I can't believe they pulled you off the canning line to come talk to us yokels. So you know what? Thank you for your sacrifice and not canning beer for the next hour and drinking with us.
You know, it's tough, but sometimes, you know, that's my job. I got to do the tough stuff, right?
You're taking one for the team, my friend.
Definitely. I would much rather be out in the sun stacking flats of beer.
So what is your role at Amplify, Jeff?
My official title is motherfucker in charge, but most people, the politically correct name is Director of Brewery Operations.
All right, so you're the DOBO in the house. You're the one everybody has to listen to.
Yes. Well, we're a small staff here, so it's pretty equal footing between me and Dimitra on who calls the shots.
Oh, it's going to be a good night of drinking beer. You've selected a couple of hazies we're going to drink tonight and a really cool charity beer. And I mean, I got to ask you, man, how's everything going on with Amplified and COVID? I mean, how many of your locations are open? Where can we pop into one of your tasting rooms and drink some beer right now? What's going on?
So I think we've actually fared better than a lot of people, thanks to the fact that both of our restaurant locations already had outdoor space. So people have been aware of our PB location, beach overlooking patio, East Village, same thing, outside patio overlooking a park. So those really haven't been impacted. The inside space, which is less popular during these times, that has been impacted. So we've seen a pretty big dip. If you've been to PB anytime recently, you knew that place is always jam-packed with people. So we're not peaking like we would normally in the summer, but, you know, we're getting along. We're still making beer. And, you know, a little more elbow room on the patio, not such a bad thing.
I will take that, especially with the view of the PB location. And I finally got to stop by the East Village tasting room. That place is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, and if we ever return to normalcy, the downstairs there's the acid vault. And we've been taking a lot of this downtime to really do some improvements down there, doing like a little special event space. It's coming together really nice. We had it together before COVID hit, and you got kind of a little sneak preview of the artwork, but we're adding another bar down there. It'll be all a draft system instead of kegerators, and really just taking it to the next level down there. And hopefully we get to show that off to some people in the not too distant future.
Oh, I can't wait to get a tour of that. All right, we're going to start off with a couple of songs, and we'll come back with our first beer of the night with this choice selection from Jeff. It is the Rock and Roll Happy Hour on Alt 94.9. What do you want to hear, by the way? I completely forgot to ask you. What are your tastes in music?
I like heavy bass and metal. So Rage Against the Machine, some E40. I don't know what you guys can cover on that.
Dude,
Harder the better.
Keep it.
Black Sabbath, I'm down with. I don't listen to anything new. Apologize for that.
I'm down. I mean, you had me at Rage, so I mean, everything else is just
Beastie Boys. I'm a big Beastie Boys fan. You can see a bunch of our beers have Beastie Boys names. License the Pill, Check Your Hops, things like that. So anything off of Paul's Boutique, I'm a huge fan of.
All right, cool. That gives me some musical direction. I think we'll probably we'll do Rage into Beastie Boys for that first set, just to set the tone right.
Nice.
Uh-oh, we lost Ken again. No, Ken, we're getting ready to try the beer. It's fine. We'll give him a moment. He's going to go
to the deep end.
Oh, man, this is actually really good. I'm enjoying the hell out of this electric mud. I can't wait to talk about it.
Yeah, it's nice and balanced. So, and it's interesting to see it in a 22. Like, I've never seen a hazy in a bomber. So
I mean, bombers have faded from popularity so fast that, you know, when cans became an acceptable form and something that everybody could get easily, it was like nobody did bombers anymore. Everybody moved to just 4-packs of pint cans.
Yeah, it's just the volume issue, I think. And I think the same thing with growlers, like 64 ounces of one beer in basically a single use format. Yes, you can reseal a growler, but it's not the same beer after that. And so I think the small, those are a little better, but still, like if you said I opened this 2 days ago, what are you going to do with that? Like, oh, thanks for sharing your leftovers.
I'm gonna cook with it, man. I'm not gonna sugar it on my friends. Oh.
If only there was like a beer equivalent of like the microwave where you could like put it in there and it would cool it down and recarbonate it and everything like that.
So
make it ready to.
That's what my soda stream was for a long time.
Oh, nice.
I would take the flat beer from my fridge, from the growlers, and I would put it in the soda stream bottle and charge it up. But it will backflow at a certain point, just prior to where you want the carbonation level. And if you don't clean that backflow valve up, it gets jammed up just like you would like a tap handle that was all gummed up with some really nasty sugary nonsense.
Yeah, that's no good.
So I went through about 3 soda streams before I finally said, you know what, it's not fucking worth it. I'm either gonna cook with it, I'm gonna drink it flat, or I'm just gonna dump it down the drain.
You got to do some of that really high temp cooking with it, and make a little extract of the alcohols there. I won't use the official term.
We will talk about that later. Ken, are you getting to a place where you can actually drink this next beer?
Yeah, I'm I'm sorry about this. The temperature got too hot again.
I figured it's. I mean, once it heats up, if you keep it in the sun, it's so temperamental.
Well, and I even I covered it with a towel. But
I got a FedEx guy in here.
Oh, get him.
My keys.
Hey, at least you got one dip in the pool, Ken.
Yeah. My pants are all wet, which I enjoy thoroughly.
Of course you do.
Hang on.
So if you look where Ken's setup is,
do I need to sign or anything?
To the left of his table, he has a mini Stonehenge. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Hey, since we're already having an interruption here, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick.
Yeah, go ahead, dude.
I won't have to break anymore.
Why the hell not?
Do it. I won't take the phone.
Are you much better now, Ken?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're good.
Good.
I'm sorry, man.
Dude.
You know how it is doing business with me.
This is why it's so much easier to do it when we do it.
Yeah. What beer? We haven't had the first beer yet, have we?
Mm-mm.
All right. Yeah, plug my phone in.
Oh man, that is good. That is good.
Which one is it?
Electric Mud. So
yeah.
I'm starting to pull this together. That there's a certain definition of hazy IPA that I expect to get a certain amount of like that yeast taste on the back end, and I'm starting to like it. At first, I thought it was gunpowdery, but too much of it can be gunpowdery. But I like a certain amount of it just on the back end. It's almost like drinking the bottom of a funky beer where you get all that yeast settling down at the end of it. But again,
this is good though. I'm enjoying it.
I'm weird that way. All right, we ready for our next beer?
Absolutely.
All right, here we go. A fine selection of tunes Jeff has picked out. It is the Rock and Roll Happy Hour on Alt 94.9 with Amplified Ale Works, drinking beer, getting ready to settle into our first one, and I love it. Did you make this bomber especially for me? Because you don't see a lot of bombers these days, man.
Yeah, man. Special request, made the whole lot just for you personally. I hope it sells well. You know, your expertise is stretching here.
Well,
but we'll go for it.
I told you everybody else has gone to cans. You know, bombers are going to be the new thing again.
Yeah, exactly. We're ahead of the pack on this one.
So, all right.
Suckers.
What is our first beer tonight? It is Electric Mud. It says Stay Savage, a hazy IPA, 7.2%. That's quite the step into it. The death.
What was going on there?
The death glare right there. I told you, Paw Patrol is just on the other side of this wall.
Don't take that bandwidth down. The kids will riot.
Yeah, seriously. 7.2% ABV, and this is what we're starting with? I'm almost scared.
It's all uphill from here, man.
All right.
So this is the
tell me.
Sync it up. There we go. I'm on a delay. Hold on. Washington, D.C. here. This is a hazy version of our staple electrocution IPA. So we mimicked the recipe as much as possible. We did add some higher protein malts in there, a little wheat, little oats, but the hop profile, same hops, Scam, Simcoe, Citra, Amarillo, Mosaic. Ramped it up a bit just because, hazy's got to have a little bit of extra. But it's basically electrocution's hazy cousin, and it's just as delicious and just in a little different direction.
Awesome. I got a question for you. How much weed did you put in it, and is it indica or sativa?
It's a hybrid, little both.
Oh, good.
4 pounds per barrel, right? No. If I misspoke, that's just some habits, but
there is actually no chronic in this ale.
Yes. Yes, under current laws, these will not have any weed in them, but God willing, that will change.
So now you say there's slight variations because you have to throw more hops at a hazy. How much more hops does a hazy get as opposed to the OG version of it?
It doesn't really change that much. It's just when the hops are coming in. So electrocution has a lot more kettle hops. We just ended up shifting that towards the dry hop side because we're not looking for bitterness. We're looking for a big aroma, some of that biotransformation going on as well, basically catering the hops reaction with the beer a little later than we would with a typical West Coast IPA. We do ramp it up. I don't think electrocution, we've been ramping up the hops anyway as time has gone by, adding more, increasing volumes. And this one is only probably about, another half pound per barrel than electrocution would be. But,
when in doubt, add more, make it crazier.
Exactly. I don't like to have partial bags of hops. I have my prior life, I was an accountant. And so leftover inventory kind of bothers me. Plus the bag's open, it's going to get oxygen. I'd rather say, hey, there's only a little bit of hops in there, 4 or 5 pounds. Go ahead and throw them in. Why not? Nobody's going to complain.
God bless you, sir. God bless you.
Yeah, the bomber is beautiful. Just beautiful.
The bomber format's new for it. Hopefully that doesn't turn anybody off. Hopefully it's available at their normal beer retailers, but if not, you can always find it at the Amplified locations.
So is that the best place to pick up your beer is just to pop into one of the Amplified locations, grab what you got? You've got bombers. Obviously, since we pulled you off a canning run, you've got cans of some of your stuff as well.
Yeah, absolutely. With the slowdown due to COVID, we've had to shift our spread to more packaged product. So we've been running cans since May, I think. And at one point we had over 10 cans available for purchase, 10 different cans, not 10 total. So
you're a small brewery. We salute you.
Yeah. Look at that. Almost the 12 pack. Next year we'll get up there. But no, we're cranking. And I'm happy to see some of our lagers in cans as well. That's my pride and joy right there. But across the board selection of packaged products, like we've always had a big variety at Amplified on tap, and now we're trying to transition that to the package also.
Well, I mean, this is so fantastic that I'm going to finish this glass. We're going to take a break. I got a couple more songs that's going to go along with this, including you requested some Black Sabbath. How could I not? That is next. It is the Rock and Roll Happy Hour on Alt 94.9.
Nice.
Telling you, it is going to be a shit show of music.
Dude, do War Pigs. It's a nice short song.
Mm-hmm.
My kids know War Pigs, Iron Man. They request those things.
Dude, that's
and
awesome.
then, yeah, and along the lines of Beastie Boys, my kids are picking out samples of like ad rock going drop in other music. And they're like, is this the Beastie Boys? And I'm like, holy shit, these kids have their shit together. Hold on.
Strumus, interrupt this.
All right, somebody else has a key. And Bell.
You do it. I'm busy. I'm drinking beer.
There you
What do
go.
we have next? Stratocaster?
Mm-hmm. I was almost going to say, looking at the bottle, there's no UPC on here, so it can only be sold at your guys' locations.
Oh, there you go. Or out the back of a truck. You never know.
Hey, man, you want some of this cool Amplified Aleworks beer? Oh, wow, that was perfect. Oh, yeah. I love this. This is the first, like, reusable crowler I've ever seen.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, so we have the crowler machines, actually, like this guy.
Oh, there it is.
Miramar and PB, but East Village doesn't have one. So the East Village, they have those resealable ones, which have worked out really well. They seal well. I'm pretty pleased with them.
What? How come? It was just a inventory issue that you couldn't get a crowler machine at Evil?
They're expensive, man. They're several $1,000s for these things, and so.
I mean, you're a
We'll get
brewery.
one
You wipe your
eventually.
ass with $1,000 bills.
Yeah, you know.
At least everybody thinks that.
Yeah, plenty of money just falling all over. I slipped on a couple hundreds earlier.
Just falling all over the place. Here we go again. Who left these hundreds around? Please, can we clean up the trash? Just sweep it
Who's
into the
not
garbage.
cleaning up their change?
Oh no, Ken overloaded again. Oh no, he didn't.
No, I'm good, man.
Okay, thank God. I saw you all frozen.
Overloaded, I mean, depending on what you're talking about.
All right, cool. Sorry, just checking to see what was coming down the line. All right, next beer, Stratocaster. That's Stratocaster.
Absolutely.
Should I grab some? Shall I grab some?
Oh,
There you
nice.
go. Well done, sir.
There we
You
go.
need to like tape a glass to the top there and then angle it in.
So you can.
Yeah.
Ken's holding his pint very well. All right, let me start this so Ken can get into it. It is the Rock and Roll Happy Hour on Alt 94.9, drinking with our San Diego indie beer evangelist, Mr. Ken Wright. And wow, man, that's 7.2. We are feeling all ready with Amplified Aleworks. We've got Jeff with us, and our next beer has nothing to do with the Stratocaster that I currently hold in my hand.
Yeah, what are you playing right there? It looks like you're doing a gnarly solo right there.
Dude, I'm ripping it up, but I don't have my guitar plugged into my stream, so you'll have to buy my mixtape on SoundCloud if you want to get that nasty solo. Jeff, what is our next beer? We've already finished the Electric Mud Hazy IPA. You decided to keep us in the hazy, and I love the name of this one, and more so for the fact that it reflects the hop more so than the guitar that I just had in my hand.
This beer named itself. It is Stratocaster, the almost exclusively Strata hopped hazy IPA, but why not throw a little bit of Citra in there? Everybody likes Citra, but yeah, hand selected by Alex and myself up at Indie Hops in Oregon.
Oh, you got to go. You got to do hop selection. Awesome.
Yes, that was badass, man. And you had no idea so Alex and I, not to go on too much of a tangent here. Feel free to edit this out. We started on opposite sides of the room. They have lots, and we're sampling these strata lots. The first two I smelled, I was like, Jesus Christ, what are we doing here? This stuff's not what I expected. It smells nothing like strata. And then you work on down the line, and then you see the subtleties, the differences, because, you know, whether that one is on the edge of the row or in some shade or not near a sprinkler, I don't know anything about farming, but all of those things impact how that hop grows, right? And just like that affects the flavor and the aroma. The first two I tried, I wouldn't even guess. I would have thought, you know, Columbus or, you know, something like that. And I was like, what? This is, I hope it gets better. But thankfully, we found some awesome lots. And not to speak ill of those hops, it just wasn't. I'm saying hop selection's important. Go to your local hop farmer, buy it from the source, you know, cheers to them.
So, Ken, let me ask you, before we try this beer, Strata hops, what flavors does Strata impart that are different from the other hops?
Well, it depends on how close they are to the sprinklers.
Yes. How well their drainage is.
Yeah. It depends on, you know, which birds were roosting nearby on a Tuesday afternoon.
Oh, I got a Eurasian dove on this one. Put that away. Put that away.
There you go. No. Well, with Strata, I get orange. I get orange and tropical.
Because to look at this, man, it is a very hazy orange, juicy color, and I love it.
Yeah. I mean, what is? I mean, Jeff could tell you this better than me. What is the official descriptor for Strata?
I don't have the official documents, but I do. I get more like candied orange.
Yeah.
That sweeter
exactly.
side. So you get like the sweet stone fruit tropicalness, but more like heavy orange on there. That's the big thing.
Yeah, I get like orange marmalade almost.
Yeah, it's a sweet like candy orange.
Yeah.
Kind of like a little down the line from like El Dorado or what Amarillo used to be.
Yeah, not quite as candy as El Dorado, but yeah.
Yeah. It's a damn fine hop. We're doing hop selection again on this year for that. They're actually sending it to us. And we're also going to do some Strata wet hops this year.
Oh yeah.
Which is
nice.
Those will be shipping end of this month. And so be on the lookout for some wet hop versions.
Oh, I love me some wet hops. Isn't O'Brien still doing their wet hop series? Are you going to drop any beers to those guys?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully the timing works so that it will be, you know, in its prime. I think it's in September and we're getting the hops, like I said, late August. So usually 10 days after, you know, the beer's finished is when it finds its sweet spot. So hopefully we're not too far after that for the O'Brien's thing. We may, I don't know for sure, but I'll probably talk to some local farmers too and see what they're up to. Cause we've had some luck from some of those guys and getting some really good hops and just, you know, dry hop in a keg or two and doing some experimental stuff with some new varieties. So if Strata's not in great shape by the time the O'Brien's event rolls around, I'm sure we'll push for some other variety to go in there.
I would love to try the different variations of this because I get a lot of that orange marmalade with this. It is a pleasant drink, even with as hot and as humid it is in my East County garage studio. It is refreshing. I want to drink more. And Ken just finished his glass, so it's a perfect time to start another one of your selections. This is from Jeff from Amplified Aleworks as we polish off the rest of this Serrata Caster Hazy IPA. It's the Rock and Roll Happy Hour on Alt 94.9.
Rock on!
Oh, baby. All right, so this is our tea segment. We've already covered cans. We've already covered the patios. Is there anything else we need to hit for you guys in terms of agenda?
No. I mean, just follow us on our social medias. Keep updating. We're in a very changing world here. So where we're at and where we're making beer might be in flux, but just keep in touch with us and keep following us.
Okay, cool. We'll
Are you guys still brewing the Juice Springsteen?
Yes, that got released with Hot Puddin' around Memorial Day. That's usually when we do that beer.
Got it. I don't get out much these days. I don't know if I missed it or not. I love that beer.
Yeah, that one. I'm actually look. I have cans sitting right there in the little fridge. But those might be there's only 2, and those might be the last ones.
Can we arrange some sort of beer trade, beer for money? I will come pick up some hot pudding and some juice Springsteen, and I will make sure that Ken gets the juice and I drink all the hot pudding.
I will set some aside for you guys. We'll make that happen.
You just let me know where I have to go.
I love those beers.
Because if you're at Miramar, I've got to go see the Duckfoot guys here pretty soon, anyway. So.
Oh, absolutely, man. Cruise by.
I could go too, Jeremy. I've got to hit up the dispensary.
Wait, again? Good Lord.
Yeah,
they just opened up Showgrow right behind us. The new one. Free plugs.
I'm more of a high key man myself, you know.
The high key, yes.
All right, let's hit your social media stuff on this one.
Do you know my social media? Because I don't manage that and I don't have it available. I'm pretty sure it's Amplified Ales. Oh yeah, I got it on a beer label right here.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, at Amplified Ales, pretty straightforward.
Do.
Christ, if people can't find us on the internet now, I don't know what. That's a personal problem.
No comment, Your Honor. All right, here we go. Our tea segment, and then we'll set up Black is Beautiful on the back end of this. Go. With music almost as on point as the beer, it is the Rock and Roll Happy Hour on Alt 94.9. It's Jeremy drinking with our San Diego indie beer evangelist, Mr. Ken Wright, who has decided to jump out of the pool. He's moved to the pergola. He still looks rather refreshed, especially as we're drinking beer from Amplified Ale Works. Jeff has joined us. We just wrapped up the Stratocaster Hazy IPA, the Electric Mud Hazy. Both of those absolutely delicious beers. And, you know, if we want to keep up with you, Jeff, in terms of what beer releases are going on and getting beer from you guys, what's the best way to do it?
Definitely follow us on social media at Amplified Ales. We're on Facebook, Amplified Ale Works. Real easy to find. Been around for a while, so nobody's sneaking on us. No real Amplified Ales needed. It's Amplified Ales on basically across the board. You guys are better at it than I am. Figure it out.
I actually I just searched Amplified Ales, and it came up with amplifiedales.com, where it looks like I can order Electric Mud, I can order Nyctophobia, Black is Beautiful, and unfortunately the Juice Springsteen 4-packs have sold out. Rip the dream, Ken. I know that is one of your favorite Amplified beers.
You know, I love that beer so much. I have an empty can in my liquor cabinet. Just full on like dorm room, saving the empty can.
We still get people from Jersey and the East Coast asking, how do we get this beer out here?
Yeah.
And so blame them for the shortage, because once they were able to buy online, I think they found ways to.
You know what? When all else fails, blame New Jersey.
Exactly.
I got a question.
Damn them.
Jeff, is that actually a picture of you on the can with a guitar?
No, people say that a lot. It is not me. I am on the Check Your Hops can, but not that one.
All right, one more question. Hot pudding, is it still around?
Yes, there is hot pudding. Good amount of hot pudding, and it is still puddingy. It holds up well.
God, I love that beer.
I've drank 2-year-old hot pudding. The guys over at Thunderhawk, they cellared some from the first batch to the second batch, and so we had a little vertical of hot pudding last time we were canning it. All of it's still good. We still have quite a few cases, not a tremendous amount, but several cases. If you're interested in hot pudding, come and get it before we drink it all.
Putting in my order online, there is one less case of hot pudding in existence.
Put me down for one, Jeremy.
All right, 2 less
I don't know
cases.
How to use the computer.
It's all right, Grandpa. You'll be fine. So we got one more beer coming up next. And it is a very important beer that addresses a lot of important subjects you've seen in the media. That is next. It is the Rock and Roll Happy Hour on Alt 94.9. Ooh, that tease even gave me the chills, Mufasa.
That was good, man. That was good. Mufasa. Yeah, I'm using my Thunderhawk glass right now, actually.
I saw that.
I miss those guys.
Yeah, we're still in touch with them.
Are you?
And that beer will continue to get made. It's also a collab with John's brother. His band's The Routine, and I'm sure we're gonna have those guys back around helping out with the beer. Wherever their path leads them, that beer will continue to live on.
Cool.
How is John doing, by the way?
Good, man. Last I talked to him, he was doing good. Just trying to, take a break and refocus a bit.
Good for him. Sucks to see that brewery go under because, man, I think they were making some really good beers. They just needed needed that one extra little push to push them into more of the mainstream, and they were going to take off. And unfortunately,
it was the Brewers Brewery. Also, like, you would always go there, and half the people in there would be from the industry, and that just speaks to what good guys those guys were. Bill's been helping out over at Resident, I know, so. He's still in the industry doing his thing. But yeah, good guys. That little spot was great. Especially for times like now, like that would have been perfect for them. Although whole food thing, who knows? And their anniversaries, if you ever went to those were like the best shit. One time they had like this impromptu wrestling match. Dudes just popped out of the fucking trees and throwing elbow drops, jumping off the top of porta potties, and just so unexpected and random. And like the finisher, this dude who looked like a Ronald McDonald on steroids, just comes off the top of the porta potty and like blows this dude up on top of a folding table. And as quick as that happened, Ronald McDonald's girlfriend flips the table up, spreads out the merch, and they're selling right then, like seamless transition.
Nicely done.
Yeah, it was like, oh my God, like I don't even know what to do. There's just too much action happening. Like, how do I get a shirt?
That's crazy.
Take my money. I don't care what you give me. You guys are so good.
I got this dude's card, and I so much wanted to send him into like a Ralph's or something like that, and just be like, dude, right on the pears, man.
Yeah.
Get a one-hitter quitter or something. Blow this place up. Freak some people out.
I want to know who this dude is and how I can get him on the show. I don't even know if I need him as part of the Rock and Roll Happy Hour. But I mean, just imagine a fourth box over here with all that going on in the background while we're drinking beer. It's like beer and a show.
Just imagine him coming off screen and clotheslining Ken right off the camera into the pool. Like,
oh, the things that you don't get to enjoy when you're not watching online. So sad. All right, we're down to our last beer, and then I promise I'll let you go back to your precious canning.
Yes, don't interrupt me. Hold on, I'm gonna grab a clean glass.
All right, go for it.
Much as I want to blended stack, it's not quite the weather for it.
I've let mine sit out for the last 25 minutes, and let me tell you right now, I can smell chocolate, malt. There's a little hot presence on the nose. I can't wait to sip this mother. I'm going to try this live on a stream.
You know, I tried. I've still got 2 bottles of this from, God, which brewery do I have it from? It's interesting because, with a lot of the collab beers, each brewery has a different label, but this is the same, regardless of who's brewing it.
They issued the artwork, and then they gave us like fields where we could put our art in, just kind of unifying the participants, which I think is a good thing.
I'm going to go grab, hang on.
He's got to go check Stonehenge. He'll be right back. Which bottle do I have again? I don't remember.
Yeah. No, this the one that I've been drinking is from Humble Sea.
That looks like a big one. Is that like a 750 or something?
No, it's like it's a weird bottle, man. It's
got the spun in the bottom of it.
Yeah, it's like a champagne bottle.
yeah, it's like it might be 500. I don't know. It's a weird bottle. It's got a matte finish to it.
Oh,
I mean,
nice.
it's very sexy, very sexy.
Imperial Stout. Interesting. All right.
So weathered, yeah, I guess because I'm old and confused. Weathered Souls, are they the ones that spearheaded this in cooperation with the BLM movement, or?
I believe so. They're certainly the focal brewery, right? They're the ones
Right.
that put out the recipe and all of that. I don't know who came to them or if it was something that they came up with on their own, but they're
and you guys
at the
all
start
follow
of it.
the same basic recipe, right?
Right. They didn't say, put your own spin on it, but they gave some guidelines of what they were starting with.
Got it.
All
yeah,
right.
because the one I had from Humble Sea, I've really been enjoying it. It's I've been pouring it over ice cream. I mean, the pecans in it are amazing.
Nice.
Wait, it's got pecans. All right, hold on. Let's get into this. I don't want to ruin any more of this for my taste buds here. All right, here we go. It's been a building point to this last beer. It is the Rock and Roll Happy Hour on Alt 94.9, drinking with Amplified Aleworks. Jeff has joined us as we've absolutely indulged in amazing hazies like their Stratocaster and their Electric Mud. But this last beer is it's very dark, it's very heavy, and it's a label that I've seen before, and I didn't know if I was seeing things or if it was actually a beer that multiple people have done. The beer is called Black is Beautiful, and of course plays into a lot of what's gone on over the last few months with Black Lives Matters here in the States and across the entire world. And I guess there's a big story behind this beer, Jeff, that I didn't even know when I picked up the bottles of it. What goes on behind this? And what was the inspiration of all this?
So Weathered Souls down in Texas invited breweries across the country to kind of do a nationwide collaboration. Black is Beautiful is the result of that. It's an American stout that each brewery put their own twist on. Obviously, we're happy to collab and certainly want to be part of, the developments that are going on, the improvements with relations. And this is our spin on it. It's an American stout. We also blended in our barrel-aged Nyctophobia into this. And then we also blended in our own barrel-aged Guatemalan coffee.
Man.
Yeah, barrel-aged beans turned into cold brew, and that kind of gives it the third dimension. Very well-rounded beer.
Dude,
real happy with where this came to.
I got to say that cold brew, earthy coffee flavor in this is just off the charts. And what I would like to add is I've been enjoying various editions of the Black is Beautiful beer. They're all totally different.
Yes. Yeah.
The other one I had was more like pecan pie and chocolate. This is more like coffee and bourbon and roastiness. It's very good.
A lot of guys are doing the pastry stout version of it.
Right.
It's a tough sell in the middle of summer to have a final gravity of 16 and you're drinking, syrup. We're not really known for that style, but we've done well with Nyctophobia or Imperial Stout, and when it's kind of spin this in that direction, I'm real happy with it. Even on a 90-degree day, it's smooth, it's decadent, but it's still robust, right? It's not. Yep. It's not a soft beer. It's got some edge to it, and it's
not
a solid
syrupy, beer. Not syrupy at all. And when Jeremy told me we were going to feature this beer, I had some misgivings because it's been so goddamn hot here. My phone keeps turning off. It's like, what? And now we're going to be drinking pastry stout? Great. But this is like drinking an iced coffee on nitro or something.
Yeah,
You know?
it's got the drinkability. It's still over 10%, but it doesn't have that sweetness. It finishes clean.
It doesn't taste like it's over 10, dude. This is eminently drinkable.
Yeah, the coffee kind of cuts through all of that and just puts that clean finish that it balances the roast of the malt with the cold brew, roasted coffee, and it just is all just nice and balanced. Aggressive just to the point that you want it to be without being too much.
Well, bravo, man. Bravo. This is amazing.
Cheers.
It is a feat to say that you've pulled off a very drinkable 10.5% beer.
When it's 100 degrees outside.
I'm sitting here in my garage. It is quite literally, hold on, let me do the temperature check. Hold on. It is quite literally, oh God. 101 degrees outside right now.
I have a winner.
And
Just go out in the sun and pound that bomber.
I am actually I could, because it's not sticky. It's not cloying. It's refreshing. It's like Ken put it. I could almost put a little almond milk in this and make it an iced coffee.
Yes. Yeah.
You go, girl.
I'm like you. I let it sit out for the past 20 minutes or so. But I think even straight out of the fridge, this thing's going to be that much smoother. If you're going to not age this, not let it sit, drink it right out of the fridge, refresh yourself in this summer heat, or, buy two and let one sit till Christmas. I'm sure it'll be that much smoother, that much more, decadent.
I want some.
Yeah, this is just lovely.
Now you talk about Christmas. I can think of this with maybe some peppermint and some spruce tips.
Oh, peppermint might be nice. We've done peppermint versions with Nyctophobia, and that was
spruce tips was my my nickname in prison.
That wasn't your only nickname in prison.
No, but it's the only one I can repeat right now.
Oh man, this is good. And now this is
Jeff, this is really surprisingly. I mean, I don't want to say surprisingly delicious, because everything Amplify does is amazing.
I appreciate that.
But this is such a departure from the other two permutations I've had that it's just a welcome change, I guess.
Nice, yeah. We kind of go to our own beat sometimes, and always focusing on quality. There are more than one way to get this beer right, and we're happy to provide one of them.
Yeah,
So,
well done.
Picking this up, we got to get this from you guys, right? I don't imagine this is out floating around in distribution. We've got to stop by one of the Amplified tasting rooms to grab a bottle of this.
Yes, I think it might have gone out to some places. Definitely follow us on social media, see where we're going. Local better beer stores, Vine and Vine and whatnot, they usually stock our stuff. Look there. And if you don't see it at your local beer shop, ask them for it.
Try this beer. Black is Beautiful from Amplified Ale Works. We're going out with this. We're done. Jeff, thank you for your time. Go back to canning some more beer. I'm getting thirsty as we sit here and I finish this. We will see you next Friday. 7 o'clock on the Rock and Roll Happy Hour. It's Alt 94.9. Oh, just rub it in.